What's going on, Pulse Executive Heifer Kid? This is the loudest microphone in PulseChain line, the DeFi Crypto Alliance show, coming in here hot today on this Labor Day special with you guys. I'm super pumped. Got the PulseChain glasses on because today is a special day with marketing hitting the mailboxes extra hot, extra hard. I am excited. I don't know about you guys, but man, I tell you, I was crunching the numbers on this marketing stuff, man, and it can be just absolutely bonkers what we could see over the next 6 to 12 months. So I'll give you some examples here. I used to do direct mail when I was in real estate. So I used to send out these postcards, and they were massive, right? These big giant postcards with neon blue colors to catch the eye of the homeowner. And it was, big yellow lettering, said, "Hey, we buy your house cash." And with our phone number, right? And they'd call us up, and then we'd go out and make them an offer on their house. And I used to send out those postcards, and I'd get about a 0.3 response rate. So let's just, for easy math, say I sent out 10,000 postcards, I would get a 0.3 response rate. That means, let me make sure my decimal's in the right place. I would get 30 phone calls. So if I send 10,000 mail pieces out, I get 30 phone calls. Out of those 30 phone calls, I would lock up 2 deals. Okay. So I'd send out 10,000 mail pieces, and this is on a good month. Like I said, these are like when the numbers are dialed in, when the postcard's dialed in, when everything's working right. It takes a while to get the postcard dialed in. It takes a while to get your business operational where you're able to get 15 leads to contract. And so it took a long time to even get to that point. And that's when everything's optimized, right? And so not too bad, right? 0.3 response rate would get us 2 deals off of 10,000 postcards. So now what he has done is wildly different. Okay. Not only is he sending these folks a postcard, but it is a postcard with utility. There's something that you can use this postcard for, this piece of advertising material, because that's all what it is, guys. All it is a piece of advertising material that they're going to receive in their mailbox. And the idea is, how can we get them to keep this advertisement for as long as humanly possible? Well, you give it a utility, right? Something like, you can write on it and save notes and put it on your refrigerator and maybe give it to your kids and they can play with it. This is a good plan because now the actual postcard he sent is going to stay in the family's hand or the potential investors' hands for a while until they're like, "Hey, I got a little bit of money I want to invest. I want to check this Hex thing out, this PulseChain thing out. Yeah, they sent me this writing tablet. Why not, right? Let's go look them up. Let's go Google PulseChain.com and see what comes up. Let's go Google Hex, right? And see what comes up." And that's the whole idea. That's it. And so with my calculations, if you get a 0.3 response rate on a normal postcard, this is not a normal postcard, guys, mind you. Let's assume that, it probably gets a 5 to 10x that response rate. I would really think so. Let's just say they get 1%. Let's say it's a 1% response rate that he receives out of the entirety of the marketing campaign. Okay. So we're going to crunch some numbers. All right. Right now, he sent out 400,000, but we know that's not the only shipments going out. There's at least probably 1 million of these going out. I've heard up to 1 million to 10 million. All right. Well, we're going to keep things conservative on today's show just for shits and giggles and to see where it kind of would land us as far as liquidity coming into the ecosystem over the next month, next 3 months, the next 6 months. Let's say he sends 1 million. Okay. Total 1 million. Times, this is easy math, right? 1% of 1 million is 10,000 people respond to the marketing campaign, meaning that 1 million people receive these you can call them electronic postcards with a utility. That's what they are. That's what they are, right? This is to get the people who are out there fudding to shut the fuck up because they don't get it. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You guys who call this a scam and stupid, you're a fucking idiot and you don't understand. Okay. You don't understand marketing and you don't understand business and you're a fucking idiot. Shut up, sell your bags and move on. But it's what it is. It's an electronic postcard with utility. It's a Trojan horse. It is a Trojan horse, is what this is, right? To come in and give use case for free and marketing. Okay. That's all it is. It's very, very simple when you think about it. Okay. So let's assume 1%, right? And I'm being really conservative here, guys. Like it could probably be a lot higher than 1% because it's got utility. It's going to be in the hands of these guys who he sends it to for a very long time. And if they don't want it, maybe they sell it or maybe they give it away. And then the next person has it. It's not something you throw away in the trash. That's the point. Okay. So let's say you have 10,000 people who end up responding and say, you know what? I want to throw some money at this PulseChain thing. Okay. We're going to be extremely conservative today. Even if I would, a lot of people, they end up coming in, they're going to throw $1,000 around, maybe $5,000 around, maybe even more, depending on the investor, how much due diligence, how much research he's going to put in. But like, let's be super ultra conservative and just say they just put $500 each and that's it, And so we're going to take 10,000. We're going to times that by 500. Very easy math. Oh, guys, that is $5 million. Well, $500,000. Sorry, $500,000. No, 5 million. I'm right. I'm right the first time. Okay, gotta follow my. Gotta count my zeros there. It's $5 million, and that is being extremely conservative over the next 2, 3, 4 months. Now, what happens when you paint the charts a little bit, just a little bit, to make it look attractive for the new retail buyer to come in? Well, that $500 turns into 1,000, turns into 5,000, turns into 10,000. That's how you get the retail investor to invest more. That means your 5 million turns into 10 million, turns into 20 million, can turn into 50 million. Now, 50 million coming into the ecosystem really, really starts moving the needle. That really starts moving the charts around. So this stuff is it can be extremely powerful. It is a very effective way to get the eyeballs on the ecosystem. Direct mail works as much as like everyone likes to FUD it. I used to do direct mail in my business. Now, is it expensive? Yes, but it is effective. It's expensive and it's effective and it works. And it works if you're consistent. That's the one. Actually, there's two things. There's two key things that you need to have in direct mail. You need consistency and you need volume. That is the two things that you need. And that's just working with like a postcard, not even something that has utility. Now, I'm being super, super conservative, and I came up with $5 million just on a very conservative, number here. Just, that's super conservative. That's assuming they only put $500 each, and there's only a 1% response rate. This can get absolutely bonkers. Like I said, now I do believe the charts need to be painted a little bit to really capture the mind share of the retail investor, right? Retail investors, we know one thing about them. They do not like to buy red candles. They like to buy green candles. Okay. They like to buy green. They like to sell red, right? Even as seasoned investors have those emotions and those feelings. We want to buy green and we want to sell red. It's just the way the human brain works. It's just the way our emotions work. The new retail investor, it's the only way he operates. And so I am 100% sure, Richard Hart knows this. And if I were the one involved in this marketing mail campaign, I would throw a couple of dollars at painting the chart as part of the marketing campaign. Just you chalk it off as like, well, that's marketing because I'm spending this money over here. Not only the money, but the time and effort and the resources that he's, utilizing to get this campaign out. At the same time, let's go ahead and paint the charts a little bit. So that way, when the retail investor comes and lays their eyeballs on these charts, it's attractive for them to buy it. Okay. So I think it's going to be a 1-2 punch. And like I said, that 5 million, that's like dude, that is nothing in comparison. If he's painting the charts and he does 10 million of these and they get a 10 times response rate than normal direct mail, I mean, you're talking about 50, 100, 150 million dollars that can be brought into this ecosystem over the next 3 to, we'll call it 10 months. All right. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. I think it's an absolutely just badass marketing campaign for you guys out there fudding it, calling it a scam, saying that, like, I've seen some FUD going around that the charitable organization is bullshit and scam, and he's gonna go to jail for that. It's more fraud, man. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up and go get a life. Get a life and get the hell out of here. Sell your bags and just shut the fuck up for once. You're disgusting. Your misery loves company. We don't want you. We don't want you here, man. Just get out of here. You're hurting yourself more than anybody else anyways. You're a retard. So that is my thoughts on that. You don't understand business. You don't understand marketing. If I had the opportunity to create a charitable organization because I will get cheap mailing and a workaround of doing this mass marketing, I'm going to do it. Are you kidding me? Just freaking morons, man. I tell you, but it's genius, man. The only thing I could think of that might have been better, like to send out, is if he could send like phones out, like a phone would have been really cool. And that'd be really expensive. I mean, can you imagine sending out a branded PulseChain cell phone? Solana's got one of those, right? But then they didn't send that out for free. You could go buy a Solana phone. But I think that's the only thing I could think of that would have been cooler, where somebody would like, oh, I got a free cell phone, and now they're walking around with this, this electronic little device that advertises PulseChain everywhere they go. So, man, I think it's super cool. Some people are like, oh, well, why are you sending something that's for kids? It's not only for kids. Adults can use this. Wives can use this to write their grocery list on. You as a crypto user, maybe you want to store your seed phrase on there. Joking. Should never store your seed phrase on any electronic device. I doubt this connects to the cloud, though, or internet. Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't have one. But it has a lot of use case, right? A lot of utility. The whole point of it is to keep the person receiving it from throwing it away. That's it. It's the only purpose in direct mail when you're sending mail. And that's why when I used to send the big, for one, I would send big postcards because they were big and it would catch the attention of the homeowner. And then I would use neon blue, the colors, that way it's nice and bright. So that way when they're flipping through their mail, they would see that and it would pop out at them. And it would big, lettering, and I think it was yellow we use, or I can't remember. I'll have to dig one up somewhere. I know I have one in Arizona. When I move back to Arizona for you guys, I'll show it here on camera. It'd be really cool to show that direct mail piece. And it was a very effective direct mail piece, just because the point was to get the homeowner to get the direct mail piece, not only to receive it, but to keep them from throwing it away. That's your objective. Your objective is to keep them from throwing it away. That's it. It needs to be around the house somewhere, just sitting around. Could be on the fridge, could be on the counter. So that way when that problem arises, or when that need comes for that person, whether it's selling their house, whether it's a Bed Bath & Beyond, they got to get some soap, whatever. I'm sure you guys gotten those postcards, right? Like when they have a need that's sitting there, and now it's on top of mind. It's on top of mind, and they're going to go, and then they have a quick call to action with that. Right. And so I'm sure inside the box, the mailing box, there is probably going to be a lot of call to action on how to go in and invest in the PulseChain ecosystem. Right. It is DeFi, so it could be extremely complicated. Me and my business partner, Dane Ballwinkle, we specialize on onboarding high net worth individuals into DeFi. It's one of the things that we do. And so it would be cool if somehow we could, I don't know if we could market to the same folks, be like, hey, we can help you onboard into PulseChain and, understand how to use a hardware wallet, understand how to get your money on chain, understand how to transact on chain, understand how to use some of these DeFi protocols and tool sets that we've all grown to love, right? Including one of them being Hex, right? Including one of them, right? And so, yeah. There is a learning curve there, and there will be some people who will be interested in this in this investment, and they'll go and try to onboard into PulseChain, and they will find it difficult, and then they won't do it because it's difficult, right? And so that's another thing about retail. Retail wants push button easy, and so there is something to be said about that. So there is one resistance point right there, and it's not something that we can't get over though. Like I said, me and my business partner, that's what we do. That's what we specialize. We specialize in getting people over that resistance point. And once they learn it, it's like riding a bike. Like it never goes away, right? It's easy, right? Sometimes I'm doing DeFi and I'm doing all this stuff. I'm like, man, where did I learn to do this? I don't even remember anymore because I've been doing it for so long and it's secondhand nature. It can become like that for anybody. Just getting enough reps in. That's all it is. It's just getting your reps in. But you have to explain that to the retail average investor. It's a little bit more difficult, but this is the first step. This is massive. Guys, I don't think you realize how massive this is. This is what we all do in the business world. This is what we all do when we own companies. Direct mail works very effectively. The only thing is it's very expensive, right? And it's you got to be consistent and you need mass volume. Those are your things with direct mail, but it works. That's why, man. What do you think Bed Bath and Beyond lasted so long for? I think they're out of business now. I'm not sure. I know there's not one out here in Puerto Rico, so I don't know if they're in business or not. But like I remember being in Arizona and I get a freaking postcard from those guys like at least once a month, right? And their entire business was built off of that. So, and a lot of people's entire businesses are built off of direct mail because it is so effective because it gets direct to consumer. The problem is you just got to get the consumer to not throw away the mail. That's your only objective. It's your only objective. Can you get past the gatekeeper, which is the person, the mind that wants to throw away all the junk mail? That's the gatekeeper, right? Like you got to get past that mindset of like just throw away all the junk mail. And if you can get past that gatekeeper and get put on the kitchen counter or on the refrigerator or even in the drawer, you're good. You're in their house now. You're now a Trojan horse. You succeeded on your first mission. And that's what this stuff does. So make no mistake, it's powerful. It's awesome. So there's my little rant today on this Labor Day. I hope you guys are having an absolutely beautiful Labor Day. Make sure you spend time with family, spend time with loved ones. Don't get wrapped up in all the Twitter nonsense bullshit like these guys spending all day, the entire day, funding the direct mail campaign. Blows my mind. Blows my mind, man. Misery loves company, man. Don't fall into it. They want you to be miserable with them. Don't do it. Go out and love life. I love life. It's absolutely beautiful. Love it yourself. And that's what we're doing here, man. And then we're just kind of investing and waiting for this stuff to take off. So, but while you're here, let's go ahead and take a look at the secret chart. You guys only come here because you want to see the secret chart. I know what this is really about. Not a lot's going on, although some of my prediction is playing out. I did tell you guys I wanted a lower high and I wanted a massive W on the weekly. I pointed this out last week. We are kind of getting that W now. I told you when we were up here, I said, no, I want the chart to come back down. And it did. It came back down right where I drew this circle. I drew the circle first. Now it's got to hold the lower high on the weekly, and it needs to start pumping out of this, okay? And this is what would create great market structure and would give us the foundation for a very nice pump, which would line up perfectly with this direct mail campaign, in my opinion. So really cool stuff. I think we're going to be doing that. I could be totally wrong. Maybe we go back down to Goblin Town. Who knows? Maybe some wells sell off. That's perfectly, that can happen, And that means we just have to create more market structure before we take off. But right now, the structure looks like it is lined up perfectly for this whole direct mail campaign to play out, which we should also be, we're having altcoin season, or we're kind of going into altcoin season because Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. Now it's more of an Ethereum season, not so much altcoin season yet, but still, you guys get the point. The tide is shifting, and eventually it will get to altcoins and eventually PulseChain. So super exciting stuff. Now, if you guys are not interested in paying taxes on your gains, which I don't know why the hell you would, which is retarded, because man, if you can put two and two together, you can see where all this is going. Once again, I do not think even for a moment the RH would spend millions of dollars and go through all this trouble, time, and labor to put this direct mail campaign together and get it out to the world without painting the chart some. You couple that with some a little bit of the retail money that will come in from the direct mail campaign, and then you're going to have parabolic prices. You guys know it don't take a lot of money to move these charts because liquidity is so low. So if we know this, we need to start preparing and getting ready for when we take profits, right? You guys aren't round tripping bags. Like, not if you watch my show. You are not going to round trip bags. You're going to have a seat at the table and you're going to sell when it's time to sell. Market cycles are not going to change. There is no this time is different. That is all bullshit. Let me get my light. There we go. I don't fall for that one bit. Now, is it possible like we get an extended cycle for a couple months? Sure, but it's not going to be no super cycle like some of these guys are talking. They want you to round trip is what they want. So don't fall for it. 4-year cycle is not broken. It follows the global liquidity index, does not follow anything else. The global liquidity index isn't broken. It's still on track for 4 years, over 4 years, over 4 years, like it always has been. Until we're off the dollar standard and we're put on CBDCs, that 4-year cycle stays intact. Period. In the story. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. So don't listen to any bullshit about this time is different and this is a super cycle. It's the stupidest thing I heard. Don't fall for it. Take profits at the top of the bull, which could be anywhere from October-ish all the way up. We'll call it January of 26. I'll get real wide with my prediction there, right? And anywhere in there is going to be the top. I don't know where it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be October because every stupid KOL and their mom is saying they're going to go sell in October and sell off in the sunset. That's just retarded because that's where exactly the 4-year cycle lands. I don't think it's going to work like that. The cycle is very good at throwing you curveballs. So make sure you're selling. You don't got to sell the top. And when you do that, consider creating a DeFi wealth trust, right? The DeFi wealth trust will allow you to sell your crypto into dollars or into stable coins or whatever you want. And you could stay in crypto and do other use cases with it. Or maybe you want to go participate in some real estate. Maybe you want to buy some stocks and bonds. I don't know. I'm not into stocks or bonds, but there's a lot of guys who are and a lot of guys who make money at that shit. So like maybe that's your stick. Go and buy that. That's great, right? So I'll be investing in syndications and in funds. I got a syndication I'm in right now in Atlanta, Georgia that's paying pretty well. It's very nice. I'll be doing more things like that with my crypto liquidity once I sell. Okay. And these are the kind of things you guys could do too by using a DeFi Wealth Trust. And you go to DeFiWealthTrust.com. You can book a call with Chris. Free. We're not going to charge you $1 for it. In fact, we don't even charge you to set up the trust. Like, how crazy is that, right? Like, purely value, no risk. Set the trust up, have it in your back pocket, ready to go if you decide to sell. If you don't decide to sell and you do round trip, okay, no harm, no foul. Don't use a trust. You don't pay $1. How about that? Couldn't be any better, guys. It could not be any better. So call Chris. It's free. Set it up. It's free. Have it in your back pocket, ready to take profits because I think it's going to be a wild 3 to 6 months here on the table. I really do with all these things lining up. You guys can't see the writing on the wall because you got PTSD. I understand you have PTSD. Bear market sucked ass. But if you can't see it goes forward, in this case, it does. Oh, my monitor went out. Hold on, guys. God, I hate when that happens. Let me spin it back up. I know you to reboot it when it does this. I got to figure out which cable is bad. But either way, hold on, there it goes. Come on. Hold on real quick, guys. I'll get it going. I'm back. There we go. I had to literally unplug my freaking system. God, I hate when that happens. I don't know what cable is bad, but like when you hit it the wrong way, everything goes out. Like the whole room. Like I got to figure out what cable is short when I hit it. So real quick, let me to really tie in how awesome this DeFi Wealth Trust is, though. We got a short little video I'm going to play for you. It's a cartoon, so everybody can enjoy it. And it will literally explain to you how powerful this is. I played this before about a week ago, but let's go ahead and do it again for you guys.
Jeff is a successful crypto investor who's ready to retire and wants to access the equity in his bags so it can continue to support him throughout retirement. Jennifer missed the last bull run and wants to exit during this one. She wants to invest some of her earnings in real estate for a few years, then buy back into crypto at the bottom and hold for the next 3 years. Tom and Amy have a lot of crypto and are thinking of diversifying their crypto holdings across several different asset classes over the next few years. They've each got different goals and different situations, but they all have a similar desire to simplify their lives and benefit from their hard-earned equity. Each of them could sell and invest the cash elsewhere, but if they do, it's likely they could pay Uncle Sam 20 to 50% or even more of the profits from the sale. So how do they keep their proceeds working for them and their families? They called the folks at defertax.com and learned about a structure called the DeFi Wealth Trust. Using this strategy, crypto is sold to the DeFi Wealth Trust, and a trustee agrees to buy the assets in exchange for an installment note payable to the sellers. The trust then sells the asset to the crypto market, and the cash doesn't end up in the hands of the original seller, it stays in the trust. There are a multitude of benefits to this transaction, but chief among them are tax deferral. The original sellers never took possession of the cash, so the tax owed is deferred. The money can be invested and grow inside the trust tax deferred since this is an installment sale and they are the lien holders. They can begin to receive payments in just about whatever dollar amount or frequency they choose, and since taxes were deferred, more money from the sale of the crypto can continue to work for the original sellers, possibly for the rest of their lives. In fact, their kids can also inherit the trust intact. Best of all, you are the only one that ever holds the keys to the crypto. These 3 simple scenarios are only a few examples. There are obviously many more, both simple and complex, and there are many ways to apply this tax strategy either individually or in combination with others. So to learn more about this strategy and the many other tax benefits it offers, as well as other tax deferral options, visit our website and contact one of our consultants for a complimentary consultation today.
There you guys go. Once again, DeFiWealthTrust.com. If you want to book a call with Chris, see if it's the right tool for you and your portfolio, which I wouldn't see why it couldn't be, right? So yeah, book that call. All right, guys, let's check in with you guys. We've got 170 you guys watching today. It's awesome. Give me a retweet if you're over on Twitter. If you're on YouTube, smash the like, hit the subscribe. I promise not to give you as many videos as saw me. I'm not going to flood your inbox. You know, maybe you see 3 or 4 a week. So smash the subscribe button, and we're going to keep bringing you this content of wealth creation through cryptocurrency and then wealth preservation through real estate like syndications, funds, using the DeFi Wealth Trust, right? I know all you guys can't just move to Puerto Rico. In fact, I'm leaving Puerto Rico at the end of this year because had I known about the DeFi Wealth Trust, I would have never moved to Puerto Rico in the first place. So from this point on, I'll be using the DeFi Wealth Trust from the end of the year and on. So we're moving back to Arizona, which will be really cool. My wife is super happy. She's kind of burnt out on Puerto Rico, so don't blame her. I can live anywhere, but unfortunately, when you got a family, it's a little bit more tougher. So now let's check in with you guys. See everyone doing. What's going on, CTP? How you doing, man? It is lit, bro. I am telling you, dude, the direct mail campaign he is doing is effing fire, man. And it takes big balls to do what he's doing, man. And the whole key is now he needs to make sure he's consistent and has massive volume. What meaning like I hope he's doing like 10 million of these, right? Like over the course of the next, 6 to 10 months. That's what I would like to see. And then we'd have like, man, anywhere from that 10 million, dude, anywhere from 50 to maybe 500 million coming into the ecosystem from this stuff. Can you imagine? It'd be wild. It's hard to put a number on how much dollar would come into the ecosystem, but it would be wild. Man, what's up, Shahad? Corey, what's going on? Oh, man, what is going on? Thanks for showing up for class. I appreciate it. Evasive, let's effing go. How are we doing? Cindy Lou, what's going on, man? Good morning, Corey and Chad. Good morning to you, Cindy Lou. Thank you for showing up as always. We appreciate every single PulseChain lady. You guys put in some serious work and put up with some serious fun from all these stupid guys who are fudding. Oh, man, I was open Twitter this morning and I almost threw up. It was disgusting. Hey, man, thanks. It's my PulseChain glasses, man. That's when I'm feeling pumped. I actually wear them every day. Good morning, 5-minute chart. How are we doing? Good morning, sell pressure. Yeah, we got a little sell pressure this morning on the charts, don't we? Let them get out. Let them get out while the getting is good, right? Because when the getting gets really going, I want them all gone first. So 400K to start with. It's insanely bullish. It is, man. He said it's like 200,000 per crate that they get on the shipments. Those are 2 crates or whatever it is, right? And there's a lot more in production. You know, is it 1 million, 5 million, is it 10 million? I have no idea. I don't have those exact numbers. I've heard up to 10 million is what I've heard. So now that means he has to stay consistent. He has to keep this thing going, and not drop the ball. This is not like a 1 month and done or even a 1 quarter and done type marketing campaign. This is like probably over the next, year, right? Type of marketing campaign. You got to be like getting these done and made in China, getting them sourced, getting the payments made, getting them shipped over the ocean, and receiving them. And there's a lot of work, man. A lot of work, a lot of money, a lot of time. It's not easy. CTP, what is going on? How are we doing? Yes, start dates, man. You're a lot quicker at the math than I am. That's for sure. What a perfect time. Get strapped in. We're going to the moon. I couldn't agree anymore with you, Cindy Lou. This is a perfect time to be in the ecosystem. I'll tell you that. Rain Sand, what's up, man? Snowball, how are we doing? Freeman, sup, Gain, what is going on? My man, too many trap whales and sharks to pay the chart right now, but you got to let them out, man. So here's the key. Everyone's got their price, right? You pump the chart, maybe it's a 2X, maybe it's a 1X. I don't know. And you hold it. Let the guys get out who want to get out. Right? Pump it again. Let the guys get out who want to get out. You only have so many before they're gone. Right? And just let them out. Let them out. They're going to have to get out. This is the only way around it. And so you allow it to happen and you do it strategically. So what is up on son? Again, Conspiracy Crypto Preach, bro. Yeah, man. Just my thoughts of the day. Turned on crypto Twitter. You got a little rage in me, man. Diamond Hand Degenerate, what is up? Conspiracy Crypto. I think RH wants all but Jeter's out by the time we get to sack price. Do you think there's one more dump? Yeah, man. Well, I think there's one more pump and could be one more dump, right? I think we're making that lower high right now that we need to make on the Ethereum chart, meaning pulse measured in ETH terms. That's more important to me than pulse measuring against the dollar. I care about what it's going to do against Ethereum. And so I feel like right now, we're making that lower high. Let's see if it holds. If it dumps below this, then we're back to we don't know where we're going to land, right? Maybe we do a double bottom. That's very possible, which means, yes, we could dump some more from this point. We need to flush out as many people as possible. I know it's felt like we've been flushing for 2 years. There's still some more to go. Who knows? Or maybe there isn't. I don't know. The only way to find out is by putting some green on the charts. Hey, Corey, agree 100%. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Archie. Last month was a sea of red. Now September is here. This is the first, right? Let's see what happens. Historically, September has been a bad month in crypto. But this cycle has been very eerily different than other cycles, right? Especially when it comes to the small things and which month pumps and which month dumps. And so, yeah, I can see it up timber from here, and we'll see. I mean, I could go either way for sure, man. All right, he can easily paint the chart if he wants, and I think he will once the package start delivering. Yeah, Yeah, exactly. I think so too. And he might even wait for a couple shipments to get out, right? Like if he's planning to do this over the next year, like you're gonna want some of those out there in the marketplace before you really start spending some money on painting the charts, right? So it might be another month or two before he really starts doing anything. That could be a thing too, man. Duke of Booze, what up, bro? How you doing, man? Join you in a little drink here. I got my sparkling water for the morning. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Cheers, Duke. Everyone's cheering Duke, man. He's becoming famous. He's been making his rounds on the YouTube channels. TS Pedro, don't forget to hit the like button. Come on, guys, hit the like, smash the subscribe button, that bell notification. Once again, I promise not to stream as much as Sami, so that way you can tolerate it. You can come in, tune in, and hear about wealth creation and wealth preservation, and you just have the right mindset for this bull run. That is key, man. I try to bring the entrepreneur spirit into the crypto community because it's well needed. It really is. Thanks, Cindy. Appreciate it. Oh, there we go, man. Thanks, man. And there's Fat Sammy. What up, bro, man? Fat Sammy. Hey, all my man. I'll be back on the show again, Fat Sammy. Freeman, so you guys think we'll reach sack price soon? I don't know, man. I mean, by the end of the year, for sure, I think. Don't hold me to it. I'm never financial advice. I'm just a dude on the internet who speculates on his own money. I speculate on my own mindset, speculate on my own spirituality, my own physical well-being, so that you guys know what I'm doing. It's all this is. I mean, I don't know, man. That's the next move, right? Like Lily Pulse itself is a little over a double the sack price. It's not that much. It can happen pretty quick. So maybe the next couple months, once again, I have no idea, right? I am speculating. PTSD, I know it's been a long 4 years. Dude, it has been a very long time. But if you've made it this far, there is no point in capitulating now. Like some of these guys on Twitter, man, who are capitulating right now, it's like you went this whole entire time and now you're capitulating. Why didn't you capitulate when we hit sack price? Like I think it was like a year or maybe it was 10 months after PulseChain launched when we saw the OA kind of pump some liquidity into the chain. Pulse hit like 3015. I think Pulse X hit sack price. That was the time to capitulate. If you were like wanting to get out, that was the time. Not now. I mean, makes no sense, but I get it. Syndications are in commercial real estate, like shopping centers. It's all of it, man. And retail too. Retail meaning like single family houses. Okay, so the place that the syndication I'm in, what this particular company does is they build townhomes, get the townhome rented out, get it cash flowing. They build them by the communities, like it's massive. So they're called build to rent projects. And then they sell those build to rent communities to hedge funds. And then they take the money, they cash out, they make an ROI, right? A very good one. And then they build another community. And then they keep doing this. This is their whole business model. And so that's the syndication I'm in right now over in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm going to hang out in that one. I sold a lot of my real estate stuff when I got into crypto. I probably did it too early. I wish I'd have waited the next couple of years, but who's going to time the perfect top and bottom? Not this guy. So, but I kept that one just to be diversified, which is good. So I got that. I got a couple homes in Arizona, but that's that you could do commercial syndications. You could do, apartment syndications. A lot of guys in our community, they're apartment guys because that's where we used to be part of an apartment syndication mastermind, and we were teaching them crypto. And so a lot of the guys in our community, they do apartment raises and syndications. And so we'll be participating in a lot of that stuff through the DeFi Wealth Trust when the time comes. So, but yeah, you can do single family though. You can have like 100 single family houses, all 1,500 square foot in a syndication. Like it don't matter, right? So, but yeah. Okay, so let me clarify this. You need 500K to start to get on board into the DeFi Wealth Trust, but that's 500K when you initiate the trust. Let's say your crypto portfolio is worth 50K right now. Okay, I would absolutely 100% get the DeFi Wealth Trust created because you need a 10X and you have the DeFi Wealth Trust in your back pocket. It's when you sell, when you initiate the trust, is you need to have at least 500K. So it's PulseChain going to do a 10X. And if you don't believe that, I don't know why you're in it. To be honest with you, I think it's going to do well over a 10X. Now, once again, not financial advice. I'm a dude in the internet. Like, what the hell do I know? But I see the writing on the wall. I'm good at that. I'm good at putting my emotions aside and looking at things and going, okay, I see where this is going, and I see how we're going to get there. 10X, come on, man. That could be so easy. Now, if your portfolio is worth 5K, okay, I can see where you might have some hesitation about getting to that 500K number, right? And even still, could we get there? It could, right? Absolutely, it could. But that's where maybe I can see maybe you might not want to book a call with Chris or might not want to initiate the DeFi Wealth Trust. But 20K, 30K, 50K, 100K, absolutely go create the DeFi Wealth Trust. So that way when you sell, you have that in your back pocket. It's 500K when you sell, not in today's value. So don't get those two mixed up. It's not in today's value. It's when you go to sell and initiate the trust. That's 500K. It's not that hard in crypto, man. You're in freaking crypto. You'll get there, Joe. I do think we hit SAC soon. I think so too, Cindy Lou. It's not. It don't take a lot from where we're at right now. PulseX is like a 3X. Pulse is like 1.5, something like that. It's not bad. I'm already MCA, so I don't think I can hire Chris. Talk to him, dude. We've already got a couple guys that kind of switched over to MCA. I was not a fan of MCA. I didn't like the idea of the exit tax. You have an exit tax with MCA, and you don't have an exit tax with DeFi Wealth Trust. There's no exit tax, man. Like the exit tax was freaking gangster, and I didn't like it. In fact, I didn't like it when I booked the call with them. They charged me $500. Like the whole thing was gangster. And so, I mean, have a call with Chris. We've already had a couple guys talk to him, and I think they're working it out. I can't answer the questions on how to work that out. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not the smart one. I align myself with people who are smarter in these subjects and topics. So that way I'm good to go and you guys are good to go. But have that conversation with them. My long-term plan is to do syndications. I bought a book on them. Really nice to do any of the management. Yep. It's like doing a staking token with shopping centers, I think, modest income. Dude, our syndications get anywhere from 15 to 30% IRR. The one I'm doing in Atlanta, Georgia right now is paying me 22% IRR. That's like 22% APY in crypto terms. That's what I'm getting on that syndication in Atlanta, Georgia right now. It's amazing. It's amazing. So syndications are awesome. We have them in our community. And so like, even if you come into DeFi Wealth Trust, Joe, you'll have access to a lot of the syndications that we're in. So that's a double hitter for you. If you're really interested in syndications and funds and you want to get invested in alternative investment type stuff, dude, go with the DeFi Wealth Trust. Get involved in that. Book another call with Chris. Let's get you involved and then get you plugged in our community. So that way you can do the wealth preservation side when you go to take profits in crypto. Okay. Very important. You're not going to get that shit in the MCA, man. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Cindy, all tips on not paying taxes worth listening to. Mistakes are made with new money from not understanding your options. Absolutely. I mean, I moved to Puerto Rico, Cindy Lou, because I didn't want to pay taxes, right? And it was good. It was a good journey. Like, I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Although had I known about the DeFi Wealth Trust before moving, I would have not moved here. But the journey here has been good. It's been educational. It's been good for the family. And it's a tropical island. Like, we enjoy the beach. We enjoy the rainforest. So there's a lot of things that came out of it that was awesome. But, man, the DeFi Wealth Trust is such a better way to save money on taxes and not being a third world country. Puerto Rico is a third world country, literally. I tell people it's a third world country with California prices. That is the best way to explain Puerto Rico. It's like, it's frustrating in that regard. Absolutely, absolutely. Yep. I'm not the pro, though. Chris is. Chris is good at this. He also has a bunch of other tax saving strategies. So, like, even if the DeFi Wealth Trust was not like a a good fit for you for some reason, which I don't know why. All you guys are in DeFi. It should be a good fit. He has other stuff too that you can explore, saving money on, and just not paying the 3-letter agencies, man. At the 3-letter agencies, they didn't take the investment with you. They didn't take the risk with you. Why are you paying them? Like, there's ways out of that. The rich have been doing it for centuries. You can do it too. You can do it too. So, scammers on X. We got a lot of those guys, man. And then we have a lot of the guys who just freaking, wallow in their misery, and misery loves company. And then they just talk shit all day because they're so goddamn miserable. Man, F those guys. Please sell and go buy Solana. That's my message to you today. I would not do any of this on my own using ChatGPT, but GPT to learn about it. Works with the pro equipment, general knowledge. Yeah. Just talking with people who've been in it for a long time and who understand. I mean, one of the biggest reasons why I've been successful in being an entrepreneur in life is because I surround myself with people who are experts in whatever field I'm trying to learn about, right? I don't try to be the expert in saving taxes. So I got Chris and his advisors, right? It's not my thing, right? I remember when I was learning PPC for my business, I got around people who were experts in PPC, so that way they could teach me and help me set up my campaigns and help me get everything going. That way, they're the experts. I'm just copying and pasting. So I'm great at copying and paste. That's the key, man. Key to success. Wealth preservation, man. That's critical to have, Cindy Lou. July 25th tweet says, "We can shake it out violently." RH July 25th tweets a ways back, man. Let's get them out. I mean, we're gonna pull while you're on one equipped with knowledge from GPT. Right, some of the people in X are just crazy selling now. Go ahead and leave. Shake out the prop. Please go buy Solana. Yeah, I mean, isn't it pumping again? I don't know. It's go buy that. Go find some shit coins over there. I don't care. Like, just get out of here, man. I mean, God. Like, Richard is putting in some serious work right now and doing a lot. Like, he's back at the table, putting work in, putting the money where his mouth is at, and doing something for the community. And you got all these freaking assholes. Yeah, it's just it baffles my brain. What's up, brother? Just bought the sweet discount. Good for you, business. That's awesome. I don't have any DCA money right now. Wish I did, but I got my bags packed. That's the key. We just packed more today, also packing a little bit more before the mailing campaign really gets going. I don't blame you, Cindy Lou. Get what you can in. Where are you at? All-time low. And where are you at in Atlanta? Oh, I'm not living in Atlanta. The build the rent is south of Atlanta. I'd have to find out the county it's in. It's not in Atlanta, Georgia, but it's right south of Atlanta, Georgia. And they're building communities out there. I don't live there, but the syndication I'm invested in is out there doing that. So I'm not involved in it. I don't want to be involved in it. That's the great thing about syndications and funds is that you don't have to be the operator. You don't have to be one finding the deals. Before I was in crypto and I was doing real estate, I did real estate for a decade. I was the one finding the deals. I was the one who was running the deals. It sucks. It just sucks, right? Always getting sued. Like, it's just, it's no place to be in. Running any high-level business sucks ass. Go ask Richard Hart. Everyone floods you. Man, I'm only 2 hours from Atlanta. Yeah, I'm not in Atlanta. But if I'm ever in Atlanta, I'll hit you up. If I'm ever in Atlanta, I'll hit you up. I'm an MCA. Yeah, man, I booked the call with those guys. I didn't jive with it. In fact, I chose Puerto Rico over going with those guys. I had a call booked with MCA. And I got on with them, and I already knew, like, the Puerto Rico deal. And I was like, okay, let me have a call with these guys, see what they're about. I was like, oh, F that. I'm going to Puerto Rico. So, like, have a call with Chris Business and see if there's something there. I believe he's helped a couple guys out already who are in MCA. And let's see if we can get you switched over. And the idea is to avoid that exit tax. But if you've made no gains, you might want to avoid the exit tax. So book a call, Chris. See if he can help you. Go to DeFiWealthTrust.com and see if that will be an option for you, because it's just a way better way of running a trust and not having to pay all these extra bullshit fees and exit tax. Come on. The exit my money? It's ridiculous. I'm south of Atlanta. Okay, Cindy, cool. Well, guys, 265 you guys watching today. Thank you so much. I appreciate this so much. It's so awesome to be with the best damn crypto community around. You guys are effing amazing. You guys make the show. I don't care what the guys on Twitter, Misery Love Company, pieces of shit say, KOLs. Those guys are assholes. You guys are in the right place at the right time. The Diamond Hands, thank you so much. 220 over on Twitter. Give me a retweet. I absolutely love that. 47 you guys on YouTube. Smash the like. Hit the subscribe. I love every single effing one of you guys. Hit the like. Come on. And I'll see you mañana. Peace.